Hello, Seton students. So for this week's musical story, we're going to start talking about the sound story of Carnival of the Animals, which was written by Camille Saint-Saëns in 1886. It's a song that is made up of 14 different small songs called movements. So when we have one big song, like the Carnival of the Animals, sometimes what composers will do, or the person writing the music, is that they will break it down into smaller chunks. Just like a book might be broken down into smaller pieces, like a chapter, music can be broken down into smaller pieces called movements. So this is made up of different movements. Today we're just going to introduce the story and listen to the first movement, which is the lion. So each movement of Carnival of the Animals was written to sound like a different animal. Listen to the many different animal sounds that can be made by different musical instruments. Each instrument kind of has its own character, just like each animal does. So Camille Saint-Saëns really works really hard to make the instruments sound like a lion or a donkey or a bird in different ways, which is really cool. Now, Camille Saint-Saëns is a French composer, pianist, which means he plays the piano, and conductor. Now, like I said, a composer is somebody who writes music. Pianist is someone who plays the piano, and a composer or a conductor is the person who stands up in front of a group of musicians or people who play music and leads them with their arms, usually in a fashion like this. If you watch at the Christmas concert, that's what I do. I'm your conductor during those concerts. Now Camille Saint-Saëns was born in 1835 and composed music during the Romantic era. Now, the Romantic era was a time when music started to tell a story. It started to have all this wonderful imagery. It used to paint pictures and try to express different feelings. It would try to sound happy or sad or scared or like a lion or a bunny rabbit. It would make it sound different. So that's Camille Saint-Saëns. Now, I'm going to read the introduction to the Carnival of the Animals for you. Welcome to our carnival, where birds and beasts and such behave a lot like people do, at times a bit too much. You'll meet the regal lion and the captivating swan, the irritating donkeys that bray on and on. You'll meet a tortoise and some fish with undulating fins. Welcome to our carnival. The music now begins. So the first animal we're going to listen to, like I said, is the Royal March of the Lions. This movement is played by the string family, which means violins, violas, cellos, and basses, as well as 2 pianos. The music feels slow and majestic, or like a king would feel. And you can hear the roar of the lion on the low notes of the piano. Every once in a while, you'll hear the music go roar up and down. And if you hear that, I kind of want you to act out like you're a lion. Roar with your hands. Now I'll read the poem, and then I will play the piece for you. The Lion. It is evident the lion is king, in charge of almost everything. Avoid the beast at any cost, for if you fail, then all is lost. If you should hear the lion cough, don't hesitate to hurry off. And if you hear his frightful roars, remove yourself to distant shores. The lordly lion longs to sup on living prey and chew it up. Try not to fall within his sight, lest he dispatch you bite by bite. Besides his royal magnificence, the lion possesses common sense and manages to labor less than every lovely lioness. So here's the picture of the lion. And here is the music for the lion. Remember, we're going to act like the lion roaring. So right now the lion is sneaking. It's getting faster. Now we listen. Can you march? March nice and slow to the beat. Roar. We're gonna march nice and proud to the beat. Ready, roar. March, march, roaring. So remember, we march like a proud lion. Stand up nice and tall. And he pounces. And that's the lion for you. I hope you had fun and enjoy coloring the lion and introduction pages for Carnival of the Animals.